فيا أيها القاري به متمسكا مجلا له في كل حال مبجلا. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Tajweed Podcast in another video presentation of Makharij. My name is Khalid Abu Shafi' and I will be your host in this presentation. And in this presentation, I would like to highlight the rules of point of articulations of the following letters: Dha, Dhal, and Tha. They may look similar, but we are going to look at into the details about the following points of articulation of Dha and Dhal and Tha. So, what is the makhraj of the letter Dha? The letter Dha, it is not a letter that is similar to Zay or Dhal or Tha or Dad. The four letters are totally different to each other. Each letter would have its own qualities and its own sifat and its own makhraj. The three letters Dha, Dhal, and Tha, they came from the same makhraj. The only thing they differentiate in the qualities and the sifat of each letter would have. And we haven't taken anything to do with the sifat yet, but just to explain a little bit that every letter would have makhraj, which is point of articulation, and every letter would have sifat, qualities surrounded that. So the makhraj of the Dha is using the tip of the tongue, as we can see, the tip of the tongue meeting the incisors, the top incisors, the thanaya al-ulya, where the top ones. And the rest would be the full mouth, which is presenting that most or both parts of the tongue will go up higher into the roof of the mouth by saying Dha. So pronouncing the letter Dha by taking out the whole tongue out or swallowing the tongue inside, it will not bring the proper makhraj of the letter Dha. A letter Dha, it is, as you can see, has a full mouth, tafkhim, it has isti'la, which when we sound it, it sounds like it's a heavy, very heavy letter. So Dha, Dha. And as you can see, it is similar to Dhal, Dha, 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 Dha. When we look at the makhraj of the Dhal and the Tha, it is the same. Tip of the tongue using the top incisors. Similar. But the only thing different is the sides of the tongue, or the tongue does not go to the roof of the mouth by making or forming that full mouth heaviness. It's called isti'la, or it's called at-tafkhim. So you don't say this letter would be Dha. It is Dha. So it has istifal and tarqiq. It has something that is empty mouth, and it's not a full mouth with the sound of the letter. Dhal, Dhalika, not Dhalika. Neither Zalika. The Tha is the same thing. It's the same thing as you say in English, thing or something. Thing with a Tha. So using the tip of the tongue, but the only thing, it's the quality of the Tha would have more air flowing. As you can see, would have more air will flow and hit the top incisors by saying Ath. Say, for example, if I would say فَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ, you would hear the last sounding of the air flowing. It's called al-hams. Al-hams, which is one of the qualities of the Tha. There are 9-10 letters. فَحَثَّهُ شَخْصٌ سَكَتْ. So the Tha, it has that quality of hams, which is the flowing of the air going more. As you can say, if you put your hands close to your lips and close to your mouth and say Ath, you find that the air is coming out and hitting your hands. Ath, Ath. But the difference than ذال and ظا do not have that quality. ذال do not have the quality of the hams, as well as the ظا does not have the quality of the hams. Let us see some of the common mistakes when sounding the letter ظا and the letter ذال, as well as the tha, or combine both of them, or combined with the letter dad. Just to know that the ulama have given a lot of emphasis and concentration in writing in their books of tajweed and the books of qira'at the differentiation between dha and dad. That the letter dha, as you can see in this presentation, which is this, has a little alif on the top. It's different than the letter dad. Dad uses the side of the tongue, or both sides of the tongue, but not the tip. Al-Imam Al-Jazari, in his Muqaddimah, the famous introduction to the Tajweed and book of Ilm al-Qira'at, he mentioned in his book words that are mentioned in the Quran, they come in combination in front of dha and dad. So he even mentions all the words mentioned in the Quran, the number of words that have dha and the words that have dad. And he says in one of the Muqaddimah, وَخَلِّصٍ فِتَاحَ مَحْذُورًا عَسَى خوف اشتباهه بمحظورا عصى. He says that whenever you come to a word in Quran that is has ذال, وخلص انفتاح محذورا. So ذال has infitah, which means you do not use both sides of the tongue, you use only the tip of the tongue. وخلص انفتاح محذورا عسى. It may be similar, or you may make that mahdur as mahdur. But as you can see that these two letters, ذال and ظا, they're two different. وخلص انفتاح محذورا عسى خوف اشتباهه بمحظورا عصى. Same as عسى and عصى. عسى with a sin and عصى with a صاد. عسى, wishing, I wish, I will do, and it may happen, may, this is the meaning of asa, and asa means disobedience or disobey. So they're two different in Quran. So that's why he says whenever it comes in the Quran, and this, by the way, these two verses are in the same surah, Surah Al-Isra. So when we read وَمَا كَانَ عَطَاءُ رَبِّكَ مَحْظُورًا, محظورا. So they all have tafkhim and they all have isti'la, as you can see. But when we read the bottom part, إِنَّ عَذَابَ رَبِّكَ كَانَ مَحْذُورًا, محذور, محظور, two different. Ra, of course, will remain the same. The other thing Imam Al-Jazari mentions in his Muqaddimah to differentiate between dad and dha. And that's why there is the little alif above al-mushal, above the dha, as you can see, it has a little alif above to differentiate between dad and between dha. So when we read alam nashrah laka sadrak, can you say anqada dha, anqada dhahraka, and not anqada dha or anqadha dha. You make them the same thing, but they're two different. Same as يوم يعض الظالم, يعض الظا, ظا, يعض ظا. They're two different whenever they come close to each other and close to the makhraj, because using only one part, which is one organ in the mouth, it is a tongue, but using different parts, and that is the technicality, and the practices will come and experience will come by time. Whenever you practice again and again in front of a person who is experienced, will help you to polish whatever you have in your language and your pronunciation. And here another example to differentiate between dal. See, dal, dad, da, da, tha, dha, dhal, dha. So when we read in the Quran, as you can see, وَظَلَّلْنَا in Surah Al-Baqarah, dha is different than ذال. وظللنا عليهم الغمام. وذللنا, if we look at in the word, the two words in the Quran, they have similar words up to here. When you count them and you look at them, this alif, same as this alif. وَظَلَّلْنَا وَذَلَّلْنَاهَا. The only thing is extra ha here. So, وَظَا, with full mouth. وَظَلَّلْنَا. Same here. وَذَلَّلْنَا. There is no difference. The only thing is difference is empty mouth, full mouth, but the same makhraj. And also to be careful with the same thing, وَلَضَّالِينَ. Some people may say وَلَضَّا. It's like similar to dha, which is not. وَلَضَّا. And we have mentioned in previous videos about makhraj al-dad, so go back and have a look at it and watch it and try to revise what we have given in that video. So, وَلَضَّالِينَ, it is not وَلَدَّالِينَ, it changes the meaning. الدالين, الضالين, it changes the meaning. الظالين, it changes the meaning. So all of them are wrong when we recite in the Quran, and are common mistakes by people who recite the Quran. So please watch this and be careful. In some madhabs, like Imam al-Shafi'i and Imam Malik, you may come into the mufsidat of the salat, which is the things may make your salat to be in question mark. So watch how you pronounce the letter dad. Of course, this is different. It comes into different people, different person. How's this person ability to learn? How's this person ability to pronounce, and so on. And the last thing I'd like to mention in this video is the similarity of the dhal. Whenever the dhal comes next to a ta, many people swallow it. And this is in ilm al-qira'at, in another qira'at other than hafs. They may do idgham, which means they make it as one letter instead of two letters. So whenever ittakhadtu, instead of saying ittakhadtu, they will say ittakhadtu or ittakhadtum as idgham. But as you can see that there is a sukun dhal, so we have to observe the dhal and we have to observe the ta. Dhal and ta, both of them have to be observed. So when you say ثُمَّ اتَّخَذْتُمْ الْعِجْلَ, and not ثُمَّ اتَّخَذْتُمْ. تَخَذْتُمْ is like you are saying the ta, not saying the dhal. يا ليتني اتخذت, يا ليتني اتخذت, and not اتخذت. جزاكم الله خيرا for listening, and inshallah I will be coming inshallah soon to do other following videos of Read With Me and Makharij. And I appreciate your listening and watching. Until the next video, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
هنيئا مريئا والداك عليهما ملابس أنوار من التاج والحلى